Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Animal Diversity 1, Lecture 22. Pseudocoelomates body plan. This Calmanthus. Here you can see in the diagram there are acoelomates, coelomates, and pseudocoelomates body plan. So today we will discuss about characteristics of the phylum Nematoda and different organs and organ systems. Now, characteristics of phylum Nematoda includes triploblastic animals. These are bilateral animals, bilateral symmetry is present, vermiform, they have worm-like appearance and resembling a worm in shape. So that is cylindrical body is longitudinal and body have no segment, body is unsegmented and have the pseudocoelomate body cavity that is not lined by mesoderm by two sides but only from one side. Body is round in cross section, not flattened, and covered by a layered cuticle that usually molts, and molting usually accompanying growth in juveniles. As animal grow, then cuticle will become molted, new cuticle will form. Here is a diagram in which nematode cross section is shown that contain gut cavity, pseudocoelom, and epidermis. Pseudocoelom around the gut is undying body cavity. Esculenthes have the complete digestive tract, so there is mouth, there is anus. Mouth usually surrounded by lips that bear sense organs. There are normally 3 lips in nematodes in Ascaris, most with unique excretory system comprised of 1 or 2 rennet cells or set of collecting tubules. Both play a role in removal of nitrogenous waste from the body, and body wall has only longitudinal muscles, so there are no circular muscles. That's why they cannot crawl like earthworm. Now see the diagram, that is mouth, pharynx, excretory pores. Basically this is Esculenthes, or you can say the Ascaris, and it has cylindrical body. Now first you can see mouth, that leads to pharynx, then excretory pore is there, intestine is there, then genital pore for reproduction, uterus, ovary, anus. Now in the cross section you can see there is an intestine, oviduct, pseudocoelom, cuticle, hypodermis, ventral nerve cord, ovary, muscles, excretory. Now the external features. A typical nematode is cylindrical body, elongated and cylinder. So it will be grow in length, having elongated body and tapered at the both ends. Both ends will be tapered or will be tip like होते हैं जैसे. Much of the success of nematode is due to their non-cellular collagenous cuticle. Basically this cuticle is very important for their parasitic mode of life, for their safety, for their protection. Here you can see the Scalmanthus present in the body organ of a vertebrate. Basically these are parasitic worms. Just imagine their cylindrical body and their very circular body, round body or round worms. Now the cuticle. Cuticle is continuous with the foregut, hindgut, not present in the midgut portion, so absorption will be there. Sense organs also have the cuticle and some part of reproductive system in the female. Cuticle may be smooth in texture. Sometimes they have the spines or bristles or papilla. Basically spines are कांटे जैसे होते हैं, bristles छोटे छोटे बाल जैसे होते हैं और papilla थोड़े से उभार and small nipple like projections. Warts are there or ridges, and these all characteristics of cuticle are significant for taxonomic classification of the Scalmanthus. This is cuticle, and you can imagine different type of structures on the cuticle. This is basically main structure of the cuticle and having different structures just in the form of warts, papilla or ridges. You can see in the 18 diagram, so there is a round shape. Then in the 20, the projections are minute, मतलब छोटे छोटे उभार हैं. आप ऑब्जर्व करें 27, there are ridges, so depressions हैं. उसके अंदर 28 में फिर अगेन थोड़ी कम डीप डिप्रेशंस हैं. So there are different type of spines, bristles, papilla, warts, different structures are present on the cuticle surface. Now the structure of cuticle, there are three main layers that make up the cuticle, that is cortex, matrix or basal layer that maintains the internal hydrostatic pressure and provides mechanical protection. In parasitic species of nematodes, resist digestion by the host and molted 4 times during maturation. Here you can see there is a surface coat, then epicuticle, cortical, then medial area. Medial area is basically that middle portion. Fibers, basal layer and hypodermis is there. Here is a molting process in which you can see more clearly the structure of cuticle that contains the furrow or annuli having depressions or projections. Then cuticle, there is older cuticle above the cuticular layer, or the top layer is cuticle old and the new cuticle is forming and old cuticle will shed off. Then hypodermis is there, basal lamina, muscular cells or muscle, sarcolemma. Now body wall. Beneath the cuticle is epidermis or hypodermis that surrounds the coelom. That is in this case pseudocoelom. The hypodermis may be syncytial, having many nuclei but no cellular outline or cell membrane. Nuclei are usually in the 4 epidermal cords, one dorsal, one ventral and 2 lateral that projects inward all. Then the muscles. The longitudinal muscles are present, no circular muscles, and locomotion in nematode is contraction resulting in undulatory waves that pass from anterior to posterior end of animal that create thrashing movements. The leg circular muscles cannot crawl as do worms with more complex musculature like earthworm or nares. They cannot move like them. Here you can see nematode muscles and pseudocoelom cuticle. First of all, you observe the muscles. Basically in this category we will discuss about the muscles. So the round shape scarus have muscles inside. You can see here this one, these are muscle cells, and these are all around the body cross section. Now the lips. Some nematodes have lips surrounding the mouth that bear spines or teeth near the lips. Lips have disappeared in others, and some roundworms have head shields that is in for protection. Here you can see the lips of Ascaris ABB. So this mouth is surrounded by 3 lips. In this scanning electron micrograph, there is 1 dorsal lip and 2 ventrolateral lips. The yellow arrow points to arrows of tiny denticles on the inner surface of each lip. So there are minute teeth-like appearance inside the lip. Now the sense organs. Sensory organs include amphids, phasmids, or ocelli. Amphid and phasmids are chemoreceptor, ocelli are photoreceptors. Amphids are present in the anterior end, phasmids are present at the posterior end or near the anus. Ocelli also at the interior end. Now, amphids are interior depressions in the cuticle that contain modified cilia and involved in chemoreception. Phasmids are present near the anus and involved in chemoreception. The presence or absence of these organs determine the taxonomic class in which nematodes belong. They have paired ocelli or eyes in the aquatic nematodes. Here you can see sense organs. So chemoreceptors to perceive the sense of chemicals in vicinity. Amphids, a pair opening on lateral sides in head region, helps in locating plant roots. In case of plant parasites, host finding chemotaxis, and phasmids, a pair opening in lateral sides in tail region. In large phasmids are called secutely. Then tactoreceptors to perceive the sense of touch. Papilla or setae in the sphenic, cervical or caudal region. Then in right side you can see the diagram in which chemoreceptors are there at the mouth, then at the anus, and at the bottom of right side there is a structure of this. Normally chemoreceptor किस तरह के होते हैं that around the lips हैं, oral aperture and amphidial aperture and papilla. Basically amphids के अंदर है, amphids का structure है ये. Thanks.